You know, it's been a bit quiet lately. I don't even hear the sound of people screaming anymore. Sure hear the news, though. Guess today's finally the day. I'm surprised the news is still playing. Where's that damn light switch? There it is. Alright. Grab the essentials. Alright. It's a ghost town. What the hell happened? Buddy, leave for a bingo game or something? Maybe backgammon? I don't know any other old games. Let's get out of here. Just make sure I've also got stuff from the office. Get this generator on. Where did I leave it? It is dark back there. There you are. I don't need any cash right now. Sure, that's in my pockets. Even the McDonald's is empty. Dark in the shops. Let's get those generators on. Swear it's never been this quiet in town. Where are these lights? Hello? Anybody around? Hmm. Everybody must have been real quick to evacuate. Hmm. Can't see any. There we go. Arcade's empty. Grocery store's empty. Pharmacy's empty. Clothing store's empty. There's no way I'm the only one left in town. Guess there's still the housing in the apartments. Whoever was here was quick to leave. Even this place is empty. It's D&D night. Strange. Hmm. Interesting. It's dark as hell in here. Look. There we go, now I can see shit. Maybe I should, start at the top level. Might make it easier to see. Get the generators on top of here working. Somebody was up here recently. Or, no, I'm just looking around with one functioning eye in the dark. There we go. Now I can see. I mean, if no one's left in town, I might as well use these resources. Strange to store shotgun shells in a cabinet, but who am I to judge? There really is just no one. Gotta get out of here. I don't know what's happening, but people have been going missing. There's a weird disease floating around that turns people into these weird, almost computer errors. I hear there's a paradise out there somewhere. Maybe I'll go looking for it. Well, I guess that confirms my current theory. Everybody's decided to leave. Means I don't feel bad about rummaging through these places anyways. Gonna need resources. Especially if today's the day that I finally check out that weird company. Let's start down this way. Good detective always looks for resources. Currently, I seem to be the only detective. Seem to be the only one left in town. One of the notes, the note I found rather, seems to solidify that. These guys really just all watch the same channel? Thought I was done with the cult shit. Another note. Life here is much different than that town to the north. And then again, it's a lot more calm and controlled here. However, the BRB poses a lot of issues and secrets. Wonder what's in the lower levels. Well, roommate individual? That's what I'm looking to investigate. And yes, I will be leaving the power. It's not like it'll matter much. Nobody lives here. Except for me right now, apparently. Family recipe for a burger. Frying pan, raw steak bread. Yeah, it's not that complicated. No, okay. Sure. Everybody in this apartment complex just eat these golden carrots. Perfect. Let's see. Well, one thing's for sure. Definitely not gonna have to worry about any food. Blood and some... Ugh. R-U-N? Okay. Sure. Yeah. The Washingtons aren't exactly known for running. Don't forget to pick up the chainsaw behind the arcade. Let Benji borrow it to crack open one of the old arcade cabinets that didn't work anymore. Door was busted to collect the quarters. Chainsaw behind the arcade. Gonna have to keep a note of that before I leave. There's a strange guy sitting on top of the Biome Research Bureau. I see him eyeballing that local detective. Oh, how flattering. I've got a fan club. Didn't think they were in the market for hitmen. If my witness statement is needed, take this note. I sure will. Thank you, whoever lived in room 13. And load it up, right? I sure am. The town seems to be deserted. Not that I have anything to worry about. But still, it would be smart to make sure I'm fully topped off. Don't want to get caught off guard. Alright, well, I've got 2 leads. Behind the arcade, I'll check out before I blow town. My current files are upstairs, so I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna drop these off here in my desk. While I'm out sleuthing around. Generators at the cafe got left on. It's a damn light switch. There we go. See you, McDonald's. Oh, what the hell? Has that been what I've been eating? Ugh. Wonder I don't feel so good all the time. Where the hell's the light switch here? What is the light switch? Guess it's not that important. Nothing here anyways. Police station's open. And lit. And ransacked. Completely ransacked. This makes me a little afraid to check out next door. Okay. These houses seem deserted. Nothing here. Even this place is looted. Alright. Don't have anything that needs those. Power onto these houses. Coming in. Simple way of life. Can't say I'm envious. I guess I'm not envious. Sun's starting to rise. Wonder who lived there. Seemed like a nice, cozy little place. Good to leave the lights on so I know where I've already investigated. Oh. I guess some people really took evacuation too seriously. Empty houses. Completely empty houses. Must have been ransacked too. Normally the Biome Research Bureau is good about its medcare. Make sure their generators are turned on. I'm not going into this show blind. Somebody must have been here recently. Oh, no, I get... Oh, well, I didn't open this. Let's see what you've been hiding. This is a list of people that have registered for the tour of the Biome Research Bureau's research facility on. The data's been blurred out. Ludovic Mora, Clifford Alexander, Daryl Lynn, Claire Lynn, Liza Lynn. Family outing. Simon Akira. That's me. So this must have been before everything went down. Enid Nigel, Reese Bellows, Lizalette Hideaki, Dakota Wolf. Alright. Making a note of that. Guess I'm going on a lot more of a personalized tour now. Get these generators on. Things must have gone to hell here if there's a corpse in there. But why is there a corpse? Somebody decided to murder a guy against the cactus? Drop him in there? No, I get what's going on here. Alright. Let's drop a bunch of these bad boys in here. I don't need a whole bunch of them. No wonder it smelled like rot. I've seen too much. If someone happens to find this, I'm probably long dead. If you're seeing this, we need to expose the BRB. Find the key to the lower levels. All will be revealed. Well, little buddy, be glad to know that's where I'm headed. Rest in peace. First, I'm giving this place a thorough looking over. I don't know what it is, but ever since things started going south, there's only been a couple rooms untouched by this weird stuff. Oh, my final stand isn't in an artificial swamp with a crusty ogre JPEG. Well, I don't know who this was, but I don't see your body around. It doesn't look like your last stand was in an artificial swamp with a crusty ogre JPEG. No, wait, leave the doors open so I know where I've been. Oof. Yikes. One of the tourists claimed that there was a bad odor coming from the desert biome room. Sent a request to the... Looks like the name was blurred out. To investigate it. Boss will get mad if I take my eyes off the monitor while on duty. Yeah, probably. The sweet berry samples are always in surplus from the tiger biome room. Pretty good. I munch on them from time to time. Our bandage supply is running a bit low from the kids accidentally pricking themselves on the bushes, though. place smells like rot. Swamp biome room is fine. I don't like that weird image on the wall, though. Boss said it'll get the youths to care more about environmental safety, but I think I just think. Alright, buddy. It's unsettling. Brings a video I once saw to mind that rocked me to my core. That's rough, buddy. Nothing seems to be amiss in the plains biome room. Generally, it's always calm in there. Which you have to deal with, and there's maybe some slight allergy issues. Safely investigated. Oh. Looks like we're starting to get to the spicy neck of the woods. Oh, it definitely smells like my fungus in there. I know I can breathe in there. Because of something they have. It's still unsettling. It's always the birch forest that'll do it to you. Heard horror stories about those places. Alright. Before I start checking the office spaces, I'm going to... Somebody tried to hide. I'm gonna check out all of these rooms. Ooh, head smashed into the tree? Buddy, what a way to go. I wonder how that happened. Ooh. Rumblings of tour members sneaking into the lower levels of the BRB. No one knows what happened to these people, but I do know the boss had the key relocated. I think it's somewhere on the 3rd level. Well, thank you, weirdo. Cold in here. I don't know what that is. You can't fool me. Respectfully, I'm not going into the women's room, even if it's abandoned. Nothing amiss in there. Oof. try and hide in there. Janitor's closet. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Another one of those ogre images. I guess you did, if that is the same author. Guess you did unfortunately end up with a run-in with the ogre. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm going to elect to ignore that, and I feel like leaving it open is going to be detrimental, so I'm just gonna keep it shut. They've been eating handgum? Ah, there's the food. This is my family recipe for pumpkin spice latte. I keep it here because I know it is safe here. If I die in this mess and the recipe is found, please do not use this recipe for profit. Spread some level of positivity in this messed up world. Can do, buddy. First, you need to make coffee. All you need is some coffee beans, an empty bottle, and an all-purpose food press. Now for the pumpkin spice latte itself. You'll need sugar, paprika, milk. It can be soy bottled or bucketed. It tastes better with normal milk. A whole pumpkin and the coffee you just made. Enjoy. I will keep this in mind. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. Oof. Probably cut open by the ice. Okay, that's... I don't know why you're cut open, buddy. I don't think the grass is that sharp. Oof. Is that everywhere? Alright, time to start checking out the offices. I don't know what it is, but the birch forest biome room gives me bad vibes. Can't put my finger on it. Well, couldn't possibly be because there's a corpse in there, could it? It was smart of the boss to have a conduit commissioned before we opened the ocean biome room to the public again. We had to shut it down for a bit due to the water running red for some reason. Wonder what that was all about. The water ran red for some reason. Okay. Mushrooms. Very apt and to the point. Alright. I don't want to know how they stuffed a whole human corpse into a filing cabinet. Nothing to report in the dark forest biome room. It's actually quite the relaxing place. I like to sneak little bricks in there. Wait, this is a report. I'll pick up an extra shift, boss. Okay. Don't know why you'd do that to yourself. People of this town really like the golden carrots. I've always found it strange how the Badlands are just a red desert with a few extra steps, and how gold can be found above ground here. which is interesting since the Gold Rush ended around 1855, according to history classes. Did the prospectors miss some spots for future generations? Or has the world changed to allow a new gold rush to happen? I guess this is more oriented for the scientists than a security gal. No sign of issues in the Badlands room. End of report. Okay. What is up with all the golden carrots? The flower forest is so pretty and serene. It almost makes me want to install a jukebox and find some of those ghostly face spirit things and put them in the room and watch them dance. I'm just gonna pretend like I know what. Oh, wait, I've heard of them. The Olays, right? There have been complaints about the powder snow next to the igloo and the Grove biome room. Maybe if people would heed the tour guide's warning about not staying in it too long, there'd be less complaints. We can't be held liable. We do warn about them in advance. Not our fault if the people don't listen. Well, it's true. You do have a warning. Ooh. Okay, now what's this note? The Cherry Grove room reminds me of an anime I watched once. I don't remember what it was called. Wish there was more cherry cheese around here. Okay. Glad that the BRB is in the market of hiring weebs. Yeah, respectfully, I'm not going in the women's room. Even if the town is abandoned. Just feels wrong. Impolite. The detective is getting a bit too close to the case. With any luck, the substance we stumbled upon will have taken him out, or it'll be too late for all of us and he'll never get his answers. Hidden the key to the lower levels just in case. First that canine-like mercenary investigating the missing people from out of town. Now the in-town detective is onto us. BRB must thrive or else we'll never keep this world clean. Wow, typical evil CEO shit. Must be clean for us, and the only way we can clean it is to figure out what makes each biome tick. What each biome has that affects us negatively. So what if a few people go missing in our experiments? It's for the betterment of society as a whole. Surely a couple do-gooders would understand the betterment of the world at any cost. Jackson Prudence, Biome Research Bureau CEO. Well, that's just gonna go right there. It was actually on the second level. Hanging on to that. Another human corpse in a filing cabinet. Okay. Sure, why not? Copy of police statement from Jackson Prudence, CEO of the Biome Research Bureau. It has come to my understanding that people are accusing my company of the recent crop of missing people, to which I say that it's simply untrue that my business has anything to do with the missing people. Yeah, that's bullshit. In case you aren't in the know, there's a mysterious condition people are researching. This condition may be the reason people are disappearing. My business and I decline any involvement in the missing people's cases and will notify the public at our earliest convenience if we learn anything about them. Please stop slandering us. We're trying to help save the world with our research. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sure you are, buddy. I have to make a... I'm sure you are, buddy. I might have to make a pit stop at the office. My pockets are getting a bit full. Oh, hello, beautiful. You won't be needing this anymore, will you? There's a... Is there one of those weird things? Ah, yes, right here. Perfect placement, too. That's my next and final stop for this floor. Alright. I'm gonna drop some ammo in here. I haven't need to shoot at anything yet, so... Just makes sense to me. Don't you? I did. Alright. The savanna biome is just as dull, drab, and ugly as a normal savanna biome is. Wish there was a bit more excitement in these rooms besides the tours. Maybe they'll let me into the lower levels if I keep watching long enough. I don't think you want to go down there, buddy. Ice spikes looking cool, pun intended. Wonder what kind of natural phenomenon creates an ice spikes. I'd like to visit a real one someday. Yes, that'd be pretty neat. Shame I don't know if you're alive to have done that. Where the hell did the mountain room go? One moment it was normal, the next it was replaced with these weird looking apes. Not real apes, just blocks with ape faces. Okay, well, that's interesting. Also looks like a cube of those weird... It's also got a cube of those weird blocks. Almost feel like we should quarantine that room until we can get it repaired. We must... Prolonged exposure to monkey is good. Carcoma and monkey as one. Okay, yeah, just gonna file that away under fucking weirdo. I don't like how nosy that investigator is getting. I understand people are going missing around here, but what does that have to do with the BRB? It's not like the guys in the lower levels are taking the people that sneak down there and doing messed up experiments on the missing people, right? Granted, maybe that guy is onto something. Some people show up for tours and sneak down to the lower levels and then don't come back up. That Washington guy doesn't have to be so nosy about it. Actually, I kinda do. It's my job. Not that you care. The mangrove is getting a bit overgrown, but it looks to be in the clear. Perhaps the janitor can trim some of those vines. Also don't like that crusty ogre JPEG in the corner. Why is it there? If I could tell you, I would. Not that you'd be listening, you're, kinda dead. Let's make a picked stop back to the office. Just to drop these files off. You are a very pretty Magnum. I guess you're Deagle. Most video games treat Deagles like, Magnums. Let's load up my desk with these first. And I can start filling up the, actually what I would like to do. So I'm gonna keep these in these evidence-looking ones. Let's do it like this. These evidence-looking ones. Go in here. And I'll take these ones. One of these had a witness statement. Let me go through these real quick. This will be related to the weird gunk. Related to the weird gunk. Put food ones in there. This can be weird gunk. This one we're just gonna keep right there so that I remember. And then this is an evidence one. Let's take a look at these. Because I might just actually leave. I'm gonna leave the biome ones in here. These aren't particularly needed for anything. This is just going to be random things. Go into evidence. That's food, so we can go in this one. Okay. So biome, evidence, gunk, random, food. Alright, down to level 3. You know, it's actually kind of nice how smooth this investigation is going. And now I was kind of expecting to get jumped. Sure, if those Biome Research Bureau goons were around, I'd probably have been jumped by now. Anything left? Just a reminder. Alright. Now we go to the lab. Well, it's not the lowest level, but it is a level lower. Let's get that power on. There we go. I don't like that. Nothing. There's corpses in here. Well, a corpse. Ugh. Another corpse. And another corpse. Oof, that's rough. Remember to leave the office spaces for now. Wow, that's incredibly tragic. And come back to check that out. Huh. Server room. Must have been some people. Oh man. Aha! Bingo! We're gonna plop you down for now. I'm gonna check the rest of these rooms real quick. See if I can gather any other evidence against these creeps. Don't close it, Xavier. A little toasty, don't you think? I guess you don't really think much because you're kinda dead. Except for you. Once again, respecting women, not going into the women's room. That's rough. Another one of those weird chests, another janitor closet. Alright. Time to check the offices. Dripstone Cave biome is about as exciting as ever. People keep complaining about the water droplets hitting their heads. Yeah, dripstone kinda does that. There's no leak in any pipes, people. It's dripstone. Lush Cave looks so relaxing. Wish we could store some axolotls in it to really make it feel complete. Can corporate do something about that? Oh, of course this is a corporate business. Why wouldn't it be a corporate business? It's always the corporations. People keep trying to jump the rails in the nether waste room. Can't say I blame them. World's slowly going to shit. Considering how empty this town is, except for a handful of corpses, I think it's already I think it's gone full to shit. The caves room just makes me think I should have become a miner instead. This is boring, and that life seems more exciting. Even with the higher risk of fatality. Okay, yeah, maybe this job ain't so bad. Skip that one because that's just the server room. Leave the servers intact, maybe. Maybe I can meet somebody who has some level of technical expertise. Ugh. Sorry about that, buddy. What's with that egg in the end room? It's unsettling. Yeah, that's... I feel a bit bad about that, but I needed to get into the cabinet. These small islands almost seem dangerous. What if a tourist decides to start climbing up? I don't know. This room feels like it needs a revision. Good to be concerned about safety. I am so sorry, buddy. The End Highlands is hardly any did it from the End Barrens. There's just a flower here. Is there any way to spice this room up at all? Well, I think it might be a little late for that, pal. There's nothing here. I'm starting to understand why it's called the End Barrens. Easiest job ever. Maybe I'm in the wrong gig. Maybe I should have become a security guy. I know I'm gonna need pocket space for lower levels. The Soul Sand Valley room is still a safety risk. Maybe I should consider removing the blue flames up a bit. Crimson Forest kind of makes me want to go on an excursion to this nether place. Is it literally hell? Here there are demons out there after all. So maybe the Nether is hell. If it's a place we can freely visit, I'd be interested. Hopefully without dying to get there, not, though. Interesting. I mean, I could have told you demons were real. But also you're dead, so. The Warp Forest looks really cool, actually. I could spend all day watching this biome. Maybe even be in it. Okay. Very enthusiastic about mushrooms. I was enthusiastic as the guy that had to watch the mushroom fields of them, though. God, I hate the basalt deltas. And you spelled basalt wrong, buddy. Can I request a trade with someone? Well, I think that might be request denied, bucko. Alright. Oh, that's the good shit. Hmm. So, my pockets are starting to get weirdly full. Might be time for another office run. It's time to drop some bullets off. And then we get to the lower levels at long last. And figure out what these crazy people were up to. What they were hiding. That weird error stuff was looking like. I knew the world was going to shit, but I didn't think it'd end up like that. I can store it in the attic, it's fine. Restore handgun there. Shotgun there. I need to keep a full round on. Keep a bunch on me. Granted, there hasn't exactly been anything to shoot, which is almost a little disappointing. I will respect the sanctity of McDonald's. Keep those doors shut. Just had to be sure. Alright. Back down we go. That's the restroom. Alright. This section's probably the most dangerous. Given that. Oh shit. Can't see anything. I saw a door. I need to make my way. Am I going down or am I going up? Okay. It's clear. I need a light. We're gonna head on back to the office and quickly grab my attic light. You know, people would probably ask why I'm talking to myself, but you know, sometimes you have to talk to yourself to stay sane. A lot going on in the world right now. I seem to be all alone in town. I left the door to my office open. Oops. Not that it really matters. Nobody's here. Alright. Light acquired. Alright, let's try this again. We're gonna expose this place. That's a corpse. Okay. Generators. Good. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Alright. uh... I'll go this way first, I guess. The hell is this shit? Sorry, buddy. Rest in peace. Did they all just decide to conk out right in front of these cabinets? I really hope not. Wait. 145 ammo. What are scientists doing with that? And 7.62 for that matter. really hoping for some information. Instead, it seems I'm getting a bunch of bullets. Must have been some kind of overnight complex. For the scientists primarily, it looks like. At least on this side. No. Ooh. Well, hello, beautiful. Sure. These guys like not have any hobbies or something? No writing at all? I'm finding a bunch of stuff I'm not interested in. Ah, I see. There's that. So many of these carrots, but not enough of what I'm looking for. These guys really need to pick up a hobby or something. Alright. Not too interested in that. I could stay there for now. Really hard to see. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Oh, this... Oh, what the fuck? Let's get you out of that, buddy. Because these generators down here still work. What the fuck is all this? What is all this, too? What the fuck? Is that... Ugh. I don't think I actually want to know what that is. Get a real bad feeling from all this stuff. Who's that person shaped? The hell happened to those cows? Really don't think I should risk being too close to this stuff. But I've got to investigate. Oh, what the... Something we've learned about the darkness from the deep dark is that it seems to hold the Carcoma back. The Carcoma still spreads, but the darkness spreads too to try and combat it. They're locked in an eternal stalemate. So that's what that was. That's deep dark stuff. We've been disposing of failed experiments in the void biome room. Not sure how wise it is to feed the failed Carcoma experiments to the world itself, but we haven't experienced any consequences yet. Textbook evil organization. I don't know what this gunk is. I believe I heard a scientist call it Carcoma. It's apparently infectious and ravaging the world slowly. Is this the result of our experiments? Maybe a different scientist somewhere else, unrelated to the BRB? I don't like the way it looks. There's a pattern of it that's strangely humanoid. Is that what this is? Carcoma? Well, they sure have, been eating. Ugh. Some kind of cell? Ugh. Maybe get out of the dark. Maybe away from all this. Ugh. I should put you somewhere. Here, you can go hang out with your scientist buddy. I need to get the fuck out of here. Especially now that I have everything I need. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm considering blowing the whistle on this place. Incredibly generous pay be damned. But I worry they know I'm about to tell that investigator everything. Detective, if you find this, I'm sure you already know. Good luck dealing with this shit. I'm likely strapped to a table injected with gunk and thrown into the void when an experimental medicine makes me worse. Take the gun. Find another town. Good luck. Shit, really that deep? Let's hope I don't end up way too close to the case. I already know I'm cutting it close, but... man. Now that I know what this stuff is... I know what's wrong. I believe I saw a note that said there was another town to the north. So maybe I'll start there. I need to make sure I'm sufficiently geared up for the travel, though. This is the evidence. So let's... put all these away. I think I'm gonna put you and you. So the remaining three can go in the random one. Just all I've got space left for. You can go in related to gunk and you can go in evidence. Alright. Let's do a little reorganizing here. I'm gonna keep a set of spare ammo each in my bag. As well as guns I'm not using. This is a lot to take in. Like a lot to take in. Alright. Couple more things to check out before I leave. I saw something up here. I also saw mention of something up here. So we're gonna check this out first. Huh. Oh, beautiful. Guy really was gunning for me. Alright. Then... chainsaw behind the warehouse. Those TVs are out of sync. Or TV behind the arcade. Or chainsaw? Chainsaw. Groovy. Alright. Well, that's gonna be a in case of emergencies only item. It's head to the north. So... they did. Guess we'll see what awaits me to the north. For now, we've had an eventful day of, intel gathering. Got enough information to put the BRB out of business once this is all over. So I think... I'm gonna go to bed one more time. Just what was the BRB hoping to attain? Learn. We'll find out in due time, I guess.